So it's on now. Maybe that's the problem. See, I guess it's called a Google Hangout. I don't know. That's kind of weird. It says it's live now. How confusing is that? This is what happens when you start dinking around and you don't know what you're doing. Is there another one?
You're pretty tech savvy, but there's just a lot of features they add all the time to. How are you supposed to be in charge of all of that? They change everything every day.
Well, there's 3 parts to it. You got to go to the Facebook page, or the YouTube page rather, and then put a bunch of stuff in there, and you got to enable the streaming and all that, and then you've got to go and get an encoder and pick one of those. And then I was wrapped up in, like, how do you give all the information to the encoder? I don't know. It seems like it got it anyways somehow. It wasn't from me typing it in there, I'll tell you that. I think it's
Steve,
what?
It's 8:20. Do you know where your dab is?
It's day 20. Do I know where my dad is?
No, it's 8:20. Do you know where your dab is?
Oh, isn't that supposed to be 7:10?
I don't know, but it's 8:20. Someone needs to dab.
No, well, maybe you need a dab. 7:10 is dabbing time. 4:20 is smoking time. Everybody knows that. This is a total, cannabis. I'm going to call it a stoner faux pas.
Because I smoke on the 20 every hour. I mean, that's why it's like, oh, it's 8:20. I mean, it's not just 4:20.
It'll be 7:10. 7:10. Do you know why it's 7:10? Is it?
Oh, 7:10.
Right. So that's when you do your dabbing at 7:10, and then you do your. Right. Everybody does the 4:20 at 4:20. I don't know.
And then on the 20. For the real people, we do it on the 20s.
We're smoking on the 20s here on the Full Melt Show.
Yeah. It's 8:20. Do you know where your dab is?
We've got smoking and dabs on the 10s and the 20s. Oh, don't go away.
Don't miss out.
Dabs on the 20s here on the Full Melt Show. I don't know. It's kind of strange. We've got news traffic. We've got news, traffic, and weather, and dabs on the 20s.
That's right. From our guy in the sky.
No, you don't want to talk to the guy in the sky. The guy in the sky's bad. He's like from an opposing station.
Oh, okay.
That'd be like the, like the you don't want the guy in the sky.
I don't like
he's doing that guy's bad reporter. Bad reporter.
Yeah.
Get out the laser. Get out the laser.
Pilot.
Get out the laser pointer and see if
that's illegal. That's illegal.
Do not do the laser pointer.
Do not do that.
I didn't say to point it at the. I said to point it. You get out the laser pointer. The cat's going crazy over the laser.
Oh yeah. Okay, so what about cannabis tonight? What's hot in cannabis world?
I don't know. I'm lamenting. I'm lamenting for all the people who are upset over CBD and the new recent rule change. There's a lot of people still caught up in all of that. Did I use that right, laissez-faire?
No.
Okay. So you get the idea.
Rigmarole. It's a bunch of rigmarole.
They're caught up in that rigmarole next to the laissez-faire. Right. Is the laissez-faire anything like the Fowlerville Fair or the Upton Heights Fair?
It's for the lazy people, the laissez,
I see. I'm not big on French. I'm good into the German, Jachtung.
I'm not a French fan either.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch. I know French fries.
I've studied over 7 languages, and French is not one of them that I really care for, honestly.
French, everybody sounds like Louis, what's his name? Louis Chevalier. I'm sorry to my French friends. What's that? Yeah, right. It is a romantic language. It's certainly they don't consider German a romantic language.
No,
it's not romantic. It's not romantic at all. No. It's like the opposite of romantic.
No. But you know what they say? They say the Italian's are the most beautiful. I mean, they sing operas in it. I mean, I believe Italian is one of the languages I've studied. I believe it is the most musical and beautiful. But that's just my opinion. All
right, I think I'm over this scientific study. I am over this business about how all this crap works. It's very confusing. still trying to get rid of all the windows that opened up when I started trying to do this crazy new. There's a new control room in the Google Hangouts. What's that all about? I guess you can do.
I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. I got to see what it says. Dial guests up, down, or off. Eject bad actors. Oh, cool.
Really? We probably got a few of those hanging around, I'm sure.
Introducing Google Control Room for Hangouts on air. That's pretty cool. Well, I don't get how that's supposed to work. How do you kick somebody out? What's that? That's weird. Oh, okay, I see. So, the chat area, you can turn the camera on so people can chat back and forth, and you can turn the mic on. It's pretty weird.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know if that I intended to be in a Google Hangout. I thought I was.
I think Google Hangout's like a phone call, isn't it? Isn't it more like a FaceTime sort of thing?
I don't know.
Google?
It's just strange. I mean, it says I'm broadcasting, so broadcasting isn't supposed to be peer-to-peer. It's not supposed to be, one person to another. Broadcasting means going out to many, right? That's the
broadly speaking.
Yeah, that's the definition of broadcasting.
At the end of the day,
unless they're using broad in a different way, like dude casting and broadcasting, I don't think it's like that way.
How about simulcasting?
Well, simulcasting is putting something on a different place that's really originating someplace else. So syndication is a form of the same thing, but you're doing that in many places. So simulcasting you're doing in one place or in a couple of places. Syndication you're doing it in a whole bunch of places.
Wow.
Hey, welcome to Broadcasting School here on the Full Melt Show. Do a little shop talk for you.
I'm sure our listeners love this. I'm sure they're just like
damn, I can pass the FCC exam now.
Woo. Next week, changing your oil.
Yeah, next week. Right. Good times. Good times. Now all we need is some Schvetty balls. It's turning into a Saturday Night Live bit. So, Wendy, I think we need to. I think you're right. I think we do need to get a what do you call them? What did you call them?
A social media director.
Yes, we need one of those. Because God knows I'm just effing it all up. I'm not really effing it all up. I'm actually strumming some great strums, but the problem is that I can't play that banjo all the time. Somebody else really needs to do that while I'm doing other stuff. Like somebody should be doing the making sure we're on and checking the volume and making sure that everything's right, because you always monitor what you're broadcasting. You always got to tune in and see what people are actually hearing. It's just part of quality control, I guess. But
I think we should put up our positions on the website, and anyone who wants to volunteer to apply for those positions, send in your applications, folks.
It's a dark, smoky room here in the Full Melt Studios tonight, and we need to make
some benefits.
Those are great benefits, by the way.
Yeah, we have a strong drug policy. If you don't do enough drugs, we have to get rid of you.
Hey, if I read that in a company handbook, I would scratch my head and read it three more times to see if I was reading it wrong. Wait a minute. This says we're required to do drugs. Does anybody get a problem with that? Does anybody have an issue with doing drugs? No, we're good on that. All right. I just wanted to check. So does that mean you could bring hey, there goes the studio dog again, right back in front of that, right back in front of the light. Can we add to the list of stuff to put on the show a dog wrangler? We need an animal wrangler. Because what happens?
Yeah, totally.
What happens is I go on the air and then Noah's Ark opens the doors and then all the animals come into the studio 2 by 2, interrupting the program.
Well, they think they're part of it. They don't know there's something different going on. That's why I feed all my animals before the show. I get them all full and sleepy. It's like, okay, calm down, everyone.
I know what's going to happen. I already know. Like as soon, I got to keep an eye on it because it's going to happen here soon, and I'll be like, See, because I don't have control over the studio audio now because we're getting the audio, I don't know, because the setting changed. I can't control it at the board level anymore. Like it's just playing. Like anything plugged into it is just playing. So when we hit the break time, I won't be able to talk over the break music. I'll be yelling through the break music if you can hear me through this. We'll be right back after. That's what's going to happen.
It always sounds like that to me, though.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the mix is that you're hearing. You should be hearing the output of the board like everybody else is hearing.
No, I can barely hear you when it's like when you go to breaks. Lots of times it does sound like you're yelling in the background, and then all I hear is music in my ears, and you're like in the background saying, and maybe Wendy, maybe Andy. I'm not sure.
All you know is there's music, and it's your cue to shut the hell up, right?
Exactly.
Because I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know if they're talking to me. I don't know if I'm, people. We definitely need some help in that department. I mean, not that I don't know what I'm doing, because I do. It's just that it seems like this stuff pops up when we're on the air, and then somebody else should be like dinking with it.
I think there's evil fairies or something in the system. Because we test this all the time, and just as we go on, it's like it falls apart.
You're the only person that's ever called me an evil fairy. Just going to say that right here. I've been called ugly troll. I've been called mean fag. I've never been called an ugly. What did you call it? What did you call it?
Evil fairy.
Evil fairy. I've never been called an evil fairy. Oh God, the laugh was pixelated. That was really weird.
Oh,
I had a pixelated laugh. You ever had a pixelated laugh? It's even funnier than a regular laugh.
For that, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm breaking up on my own because I have no voice. This is like my voice goes in and out just on its own today. It's nothing to do with the audio.
So we're talking to Wendy through the pixelation, through the compression and the decompression, with a time delay, and over a string between two cups, it seems.
Yeah. And then we have a pigeon that flies in between for email.
Oh, you mean there's an interruption? But you have to stop at one cup and put it up, transcribe it to paper, and then put it into the wing of an eagle, and then send it on. Something's making noise now. Something made a noise. I don't even know what it was. You know what's strange is the apps all want to send me little greetings. They got their own little music attached, like da 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 da. Welcome, we're an app message. We're interrupting you. They'll do it about 5 or 6 times a day. I've got a photo thing that, it's like, hey, make a photo for somebody. Like, I don't want to make a photo right now, you idiot.
Oh, that's notifications. You got to turn that stuff off.
Well, it's sometimes you have to turn it on to make the features of the thing work. Otherwise, if you don't turn the feature on, the app won't work. That's not one of them, I don't think. I think I could turn that damn thing off.
Is that how Grindr works?
Is that how Grindr works? I don't know. Grindr sent me a death certificate when I turned 40, I think.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Oh, there goes another one.
Do not enter. What?
I don't know.
Flash, another pixelated laugh?
No, this was Facebook going, hey. Oh, and there goes that crazy music that I can't control. All right.
I think.
No, don't even try. I'm turning you off. I could turn you off. That's all I can do. I can't make you louder or quieter. I don't know. All right, so we're going to go to break. You're listening to the Full Melt Show. I'm Steve Greene. With me on the phone is Wendy. You want to be on the program, 248-278-8067. We're live across America tonight. Welcome back to the Full Melt Show. With me on the phone, as always, the lovely Wendy. We're really bugging out the computer tonight, I'm telling you.
It's going to go on fire.
It's already smoking, I think. Oh, wait a minute, that's me. The thing is bugging out. It's doing a little. It's doing some of that here and there. I think it's because we're overwhelming it.
I went to the YouTube live stream too again, and it was a different profile, but I couldn't see any streaming at this point, so we're gonna have to figure that out along the way.
I got people on there talking. I mean, I'm right now.
Really?
I'm watching on the Facebook, and people are on there, and then the thing with the YouTube thing is that I don't think we have any subscriber. People don't know we're over there. Like people can stumble on us on the Facebook, but I don't think the people know that we're over in the Google thing. I don't know if that's a Google Hangout. There's, somebody was texting me. I don't know who it was. Was telling me that he said this was at 8:30. He says you're live. Your YouTube is gold. You can add people on Google Hangouts and do FaceTime and stuff. I'm going to share to my followers, but you're good. All your audio and video is gold. He says.
Gold, really?
It's gold.
I love it.
It's like Spandau Ballet. There's an 80s reference for you.
Oh, what a great song.
I can't get over the dog who is fascinated with the studio lights now. Like he
wants to be warm.
He thinks it's a heater. Yeah, he's just like hanging out in front of it, just basking in its light. It is. He's like, I wonder what the poor dogs are doing.
The poor dogs. Oh, let's don't talk about that. I don't want to say that. The ghetto dog.
248-278-8067 if you want to join our program. We really haven't talked about anything tonight other than crazy crap because we're doing this new Discovery YouTube live streaming thing. Look,
let's talk about some of our new features coming up next year.
New features? What new features?
Yeah.
Are you springboarding something on me, or you know something that I don't? Is that the deal?
Did you get the memo? Didn't you get the memo, the inter-office memo? From corporate?
There are offices now?
Intercubicle?
I missed the memo about the fact that there were offices so we could get a memo at our office. I didn't know that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 No, what new features? I mean, what are you? I mean, let's I don't know. I don't want to. You got this propensity to want to let stuff out of the bag before it's ready to come out of the bag. I don't want to go there like that. Oh, here we go. Hang on a second.
Okay, I'm busting. I'm busting.
Hold on. Hello, you're on the Full Melt Show. Hello.
How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? So can you
very well.
Wait. Hold on a second. I'm gonna have to put you on. I'm gonna have to put you on hold a second because you gotta. That says turn down the audio in the background.
Absolutely, yes, sir.
If you don't turn it down in the background, you'll be confused because there's a big delay.
Definitely. I got it right now.
So, are you tuning in to the stream, the live stream, the video one, or the audio one?
I'm looking at the video right now, and it's working well, and your audio is very good.
So, is this are you watching the YouTube one, or are you watching the Facebook one?
It's the one on YouTube.
The one on YouTube. So which profile are you watching on? Because I think I'm broadcasting as the Full Melt right now. It should be the Full Melt.
Yup. The Full Melt channel, 133 subscribers you have.
Hey, there we go. So did you see we're hanging out a shingle. It's got a thing on there that says we got help wanted. We need somebody to run the media stuff. Are you good with social media? It sounds like you are.
Yeah, hey, I'd definitely be up for help, and I do help with another social media cannabis group, and I'd be honored to help you out.
That would be awesome. Who else?
Wow.
Give them a free plug. Who else do you work for?
It's a group out of Denver. It's called The Dude Grows Crew, and they do a podcast kind of similar to yours, and that's how I came across yours. Is I was looking for podcasts, and I'm here in Michigan out as well.
So you're in Michigan and they're in Denver?
Correct. Yep. They have a few guys out here.
And it's called The Dude Grows?
Grows Crew. Yep.
The Dude Grows
That's
Crew.
cool.
That is pretty cool. Maybe we should
I like it.
maybe we should cross promote on each other's channel. Maybe we should have each other as guests on our programs.
Very
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
I'd love to mention that to the guys. That sounds awesome.
So I missed your name, and where are you calling from in Michigan, if I can ask?
Hi, Flint, Michigan. My name's Malik Spider, and I use LED lights for growing cannabis. These are a new type of lights.
Yeah, we love the LED lights. We got our friends over in Michigan that make the LED lights. What's the company name, Wendy?
Okay.
Lush.
Very cool. Very cool. I didn't know that.
Lush LED lighting.
Okay. Nice. I've heard very good things about them.
They're a Michigan manufacturer. They make it right here. And they ship worldwide, I believe. I don't know if it's maybe U.S. I don't want to overspeak for them.
Very
See,
cool. Yeah,
I've
seen a lot of success with their lights. Oops, sorry about that.
I was just saying, I probably crushed their shipping department right now. We're worldwide just because this guy said so. Getting flooded with calls from Finland now.
Oh,
Singapore.
man.
So, well, have you ever heard the program before?
Do it this last week when I came across it.
So did you find us on Facebook then, or did you find us somewhere else?
I found you on YouTube. The shows that you were putting out that weren't live, just the normal upload.
Okay, so you were finding our Spreaker upload to the YouTube site with no video. It's just audio.
Yes, sir.
So we wanted to do something about that. So I think now what's going to happen is we're live now on YouTube. Afterwards, there's going to be this video copy and then a separate audio copy from Spreaker.
Okay, very cool.
So I don't know.
We're taking over the world.
Now I'm afraid that we're going to get a YouTube block for my bumper music because I can't control how long it plays, right? That would be upsetting if I came back tomorrow to do the live broadcast, which, by the way, I'm never going to remember how to do. There's no way in hell I'm going to remember all the stuff that I had to, I had to jump through hoops and thread needles and then, put my hand in a palm of paint and press my palm on the wall. It was just a bunch of stuff. And now I don't remember how to get back to where I should have left breadcrumbs.
Hey, you got the video evidence that might help you out. And you're doing great from what I see so far.
I'm making circles in the sand with my foot. Wait a minute, that's ashes.
Awesome.
I had a question for Scott. What episodes did you listen to?
Oh, he just said he found us just this week, so he was just stumbled across us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
just
did
the
what
last
did you
two
listen to? Did you hear
episodes.
it's like the Family Brothers or?
Yeah, the last 2 episodes, one, he was having some technical difficulties as well, but he broke through them, and it was still a good listen, man. The knowledge that you provide is great. That's the kind of stuff I'm into is up-to-date knowledge. The one you were talking about, the edibles, how they're now you have to put them out of reach in your trunk, but the cannabis can be within reach in the car. That was the episode I was really listening to a lot.
So you were listening to now we did a Facebook version of that episode, and that was, are you talking about the one where we had our attorney friend on from Nichols Law Firm?
Yes,
Josh
yes.
Covert.
Yeah, so we had Josh Covert on the show, and we were having some technical problems with the phones, but I think it was the stupid buzzing.
Yes, the Michigan Cannabis Defender is his thing. I see him on social media all the time.
Look, Josh is a great man. He just never has any time to help us out on the radio show because he's so busy doing the law stuff. I don't blame him. I do the same damn thing.
Amen.
Look, I'm a lawyer, not an interview guy. Talk to my public relations guy. But I think it's always good when we get our lawyer friends on because they can at least kind of point us in the right direction. The problem is that all law is local, and whatever he says about what's going on here in Michigan doesn't apply to our friends listening in Denver. We got a significant listener base in Denver, Colorado. We've got another significant base that listen in California, and then we've got on and off listeners that listen all throughout the country. And then of course we've got a lot of people that listen here in Michigan because we've been doing it here in Michigan, just aimed at the Michigan audience for a very long time.
Amen.
But we try not to stay focused on Michigan stuff anymore. We try and be a little more broad. We don't talk too much about Michigan stuff unless it's has national significance. So I don't want to leave our friends in other places out of the conversation just because they're not going. They're not a part of the Michigan bubble. So you pronounce your name, is it Malik?
Malik.
Malik.
Yeah.
Malik. Okay. So Malik, I would love to have you help us out with the social media. Maybe maybe on the. Are you at a computer now?
Yes, I am.
Go to the Facebook feed. Have you seen the Facebook feed? Because obviously it looks a lot like the YouTube feed.
Okay, let me go over there right now.
You can friend up with Wendy. She's actually
Hi.
she's on. You can
Hi,
see
Wendy.
her, you can see her there in the Facebook feed on the comments section. So she's made comments, so you can find her that way. Click on her, friend her, and message her, and maybe we can get some information from you. And we can start working together during the day on promoting what's going on, because I would love to help promote what you've already got going on. I've never been an exclusional person. I've never been a guy that wants to exclude anything. Inclusionary. We're all in this bubble together. We're all in this boat at the same time. Wherever the boat goes, we also go. So
Awesome.
I don't think there's any one part of the boat that's reserved for anybody or anything. I think as much as we can help promote everybody, I think we're in a better place, all of us. So
I love this cannabis community, and getting more and more involved has been awesome for me, and just being around these people that enjoy using it for medicinal reasons and helps them out on the daily basis. I love it.
You know, that's what this whole thing was predicated upon. But I think at the same time, candidly, I'll just say that I also believe that the medical people were used as a way to get the attention of the broader public. And the whole intention of the broader public was for cannabis laws to be repealed, cannabis prohibition to go away. The problem with it is that once they're ready to make that transition, the tendency has been to throw our medical friends under the bus. I have a moral problem with parading disabled people in wheelchairs and canes before lawmakers, state by state, and in our nation's capital, explaining and showing to these people that are at the Capitol or in our state legislatures why it's so important to do medical cannabis and that this is not a lie. And then when retail comes along, go, oh yeah, those medical patients, they're old news. Who cares about them anymore?
Wow.
And that seems to be what happens. It's happened. They had this issue in Washington. They had it in Oregon. I imagine it's going to come up in California. It's already being addressed out there. I know Michigan's going to deal with it. When it happens, they tend to say, well, the medical patients, you're going to have to pay taxes on your weed now. Because we don't want to maintain two different systems where some get to pay taxes and some don't have to. And now that it's all adult, you can just get your weed because it's defined, it's designed for recreational use. It's designed for leisure use. It doesn't have a necessity attached to it. Problem with that, because when you start changing the focus of the makers of the drug from one thing to another, then the people that needed it for medical use, if they have to rely on the recreational market, it's not being designed for that purpose anymore. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely, it does. I never thought about it that way, and that's an eye-opener.
Well, think about it. If you're making luxury cars and your target market is the wealthy, then, you don't care about conveniences that maybe economy-minded people might care about. You're not so worried about the gas mileage in a luxury car because, hell, you're paying $60,000 for the car. Who cares about how much it costs to put fuel in there? But if you're building an economy car, see, there we go with the music. All right, hang on. Hold on, guys. I'm going to put you on hold. You'll hear better that way. And I'm going to ask you to hold on as well. You can still join us on our audience tonight, 248-278-8067. We're talking about cannabis and entertainment, 2017 being the adult recreational year. All right. We're on the phone with my friend. I keep saying it wrong. I'm not going to get your name right, man. Say it for me.
It's Malik Spider.
Malik. All right. Spider?
Yep. This is my little handle.
Your handle. All right. Malik Spider. All right. So, and then, so let me lock you down and pick up Wendy. Hey, Wendy, are you there? I wanted to read to you guys this and get your opinion on it, because a lot of people fed back when I posted this online today. This was published. Is it yesterday? Today's the 29th, isn't it? Yeah, today. This was published.
Yes, yep.
This was published yesterday out of New York. This came from what's the source? CBS News. For more than 2 years, Lance Crowder was having severe abdominal pain and vomiting, and no local doctor could figure out why. A physician in Indianapolis had an idea. The first question he asked was if I was taking hot showers to find relief. When he asked me that question, I basically fell into tears because I knew he had an answer. The answer was cannabinoid hypermesis syndrome, or CHS. It's caused, they say, by heavy long-term use of various forms of marijuana. For unclear reasons, the nausea and vomiting are relieved by hot showers or baths. The emergency department 3, 4, or 5 different times before we can sort this out, said Dr. Kenan Harold, who's Dr. Kenan Hurd, an emergency room physician in Aurora, Colorado. He co-authored a study showing that since 2009, when medical marijuana became widely available, emergency room visits diagnoses for CHS in 2 Colorado hospitals nearly doubled in 2012. And the state since the state legalized recreational marijuana. He said it's certainly something that before legalization we almost never saw. Now we're seeing it quite frequently. When patients do end up in emergency rooms, the diagnosis is often missed, partly because doctors don't know about CHS and partly because patients don't want to admit to using a substance that's illegal. CHS, this article goes on to say, can lead to dehydration and kidney failure, but usually resolves within days of stopping drug use. That's what happened with Crowder, who's been off all forms of marijuana for 7 months. Now all kinds of ambition has come back. He says, I desire so much more in life, and at 37 years old, it's a little late to do it, but better now than never, he said. CHS has only been recognized for about the past decade, and nobody knows exactly how many people suffer from it. But as more states move towards legalization of marijuana, emergency room physicians like Dr. Hurd are eager to make both doctors and patients have CHS on their radar. Are they wrong? Is this
I call bullshit.
I would hope so.
Well, I mean, they actually have a name for it. 10 years. I'll give it.
It's rare, though.
It is a rare. It's extremely rare. And when I say extremely rare, I'm talking like 1 in a million. Says, I'm just looking for the name of the thing again. CHS is called
emeresis. It's like emeresis.
No, I'm gonna
interesting. Wow.
Here we go. Damn it. CHS.
Starts with an E.
No, it's called C. C is in child. C.
It has the word like emeresis in it. At any rate, this is a very rare condition, and I call BS on it.
It's called cannabinoid hypermesis syndrome.
Hypermesis. There we go. I got it. Yeah, it's rare, and I heard about this months ago. And it was brought up to me by someone who's a layperson in the area, and I noticed that someone else had been vomiting, and said, "Oh, I heard about this," and said, "Well, maybe they have this." And I looked it up because I thought, "Oh, this is complete malarkey." I did read a little bit about it, but I still believe it's mostly malarkey. They also don't know what the other people are taking at that time either. We don't know all the interactions that these people have had that also do happen to use marijuana. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
I was going to try and play this. I don't know if it's going to play. Let's see if it'll do it. If it does, here we go. This is the CBS article on it. Maybe it's
New
just
laws going into effect mean that in the new year, marijuana will be legal for recreational use in 8 states, plus the District of Columbia. In states where pot is legal, doctors are seeing an increase in a violent illness. Dr. John LaPook takes a look.
But I was dying.
For more than 2 years, Lance Crowder was having severe abdominal pain and vomiting. No local doctor could figure out why. Finally, an emergency room physician in Indianapolis had an idea.
And the first question he asked is if I was taking hot showers to find relief. I basically fell into tears because I knew he had an answer.
The answer? Cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome, or CHS. It's caused by heavy, long-term use of various forms of marijuana. For unclear reasons, the nausea and vomiting are relieved by hot showers or baths.
They'll often present to the emergency department 3, 4, 5 different times before we can sort this out.
Dr. Kenan Hurd is an emergency room physician in Aurora, Colorado. He co-authored a study showing since 2009, when medical marijuana became widely available, emergency room visits for CHS in 2 Colorado hospitals nearly doubled. In 2012, the state legalized recreational marijuana.
It's certainly something that before legalization we almost never saw. Now we're seeing it quite frequently.
Outside of Colorado, when a patient does end up in an emergency room like this one, the diagnosis is often missed, partly because doctors don't know about CHS, and partly because patients don't want to admit to using a substance that's illegal.
CHS can lead to dehydration and kidney failure, but usually resolves within days of stopping drug use. That's what happened with Crowder, who's been off all forms of marijuana for 7 months.
Now all kinds of ambition has come back. I desire so much more in life, and at 37 years old, it's a little late to do it, but better now than never.
CHS has only been recognized for about the past decade, and nobody knows exactly how many people suffer from it. But as more states move toward legalization of marijuana, emergency room physicians like Dr. Hurd are eager to make sure both doctors and patients have CHS on their radar.
So that's the article that actually appeared. He's the actual correspondent, the chief medical correspondent for CBS News that was anchoring that report. So this isn't. I mean, this to me could have just as big a swing from where it's coming from as Sanjay Gupta's report championing weed as a good thing for the medical community. I could see them trying to use this as negative propaganda going into the future where states are still struggling with this question.
Yeah, I got 2 words: leeches and bloodletting. That's what doctors used to do. And okay, so I'm just going by. Doctors do not know everything. You know what I'm saying? And they will tell us, oh, it's safe to take this now, and then 5 years later, oh, you're not supposed to take that. Your limbs are going to fall off.
Haircuts. Get your haircuts here. Leeches, bloodletting.
These are the same people that said that chiropractors were quacks and had to make a formal apology to the chiropractors and the Chiropractic Association. So do not believe everything a doctor tells you. Just on my own personal interaction with this type of propaganda that has no real basis in reality. It's just scare tactics because they see and they're grabbing at the last straw.
All right, hang on a second because the show's going to end now, and I've been prolonging it because I didn't want it to blare you guys out because it would. Did you guys have exchange niceties and so you could get a hold of each other for? Did you?
Not yet, but I'll make sure I do. And I totally agree with you guys on the propaganda and Wendy calling BS on that. Just the fact that the shower thing that they said makes no sense.
Well, I say that, okay, so if you OD on some, and we're not even talking about overdosing here, we're just talking about heavy use. But if you OD on some opiate, they've got to come and give you, what is it, Narcan? I think it's Narcan.
Yeah.
Which is also another, drug that if you get too much of, you're going to OD on it.
Oh my goodness.
So, and these are both prescription drugs. In one form or another. And and so anytime you got an antidote that's also probably should be administered by a doctor so you don't overdo it or underdo it. They're not, let's not I don't want to go and walk into the space that Narcan shouldn't be used by people, because it should. It's absolutely a lifesaver and should be proliferated as many places as it can go, because the alternate is someone's death. But my larger point is, if worse comes to worse and you got some nausea and vomiting you can't explain, and you go take a hot shower and it goes away, I say nobody's worse for the wear. I mean, it sounds like a lot of other things that happen in life that a good hot shower makes you feel good about.
Amen. Amen.
Malika, welcome to the show, and thank you for being a part of the program tonight. Please get a hold of Wendy, because we do needed some guy on the social media to help us out.
Will do. Thank you for having me, Scott.
Steve, but that's okay. We'll talk to you soon.
Oh, Steve, sorry about that.
That's all right. Appreciate it. And then Wendy. Oh, I lost Wendy too. Damn it. Well, I guess that's my cue to end the show. And I can't talk over the music anyway, so we'll see you next time right here. Same time, same multiple places.